YouTube, Lucas Sports. Shout out to Two Raw. He's actually one of the people that got me inspired to start making daily content. But there's a discussion about the wage gap between the NBA players and the WNBA players. And I'm looking at this article from an NPR that talks about the wage gap, how the average NBA player makes $5.4 million, and yet the average WNBA player makes $120,000. Now in the vacuum, it does look like a huge pay gap, right? But what we don't realize is that the WNBA has never really been profitable like that. And you know, I see on TV, and this is why we got to do independent media, because we got to be honest. As the great Jim Rohn said, you are paid for what value you bring to the marketplace. Now, these ladies, I'm sure they're good wives, daughters, mothers, sisters. But we have to be honest. The WNBA does a terrible job at marketing and putting butts in the seats versus the NBA. Funny story is, an ex-girlfriend of mine, she was saying how the WNBA women are overvalued, but the entire time we were together, I never once saw her go to a game, talk about the top players, watch a game. And I think that that's what goes around all the time is y'all not putting butts in the seats. The casual fan really can't name, outside of maybe what, 5 to 10 players, maybe. I give you Candace Parker and Brittany Renner, which are two Hall of Famers, two future Hall of Famers, but most people don't know who these people are. And they don't try to market it. They're players like the NBA does. You have Angela Reese coming up, and she opted, and she's staying in. I'm sure she's making more money at LSU now than she would be with the WNBA salary. But they're going to get her, and more likely they're going to drop the ball again with marketing. Like, you have potential people to put people in the seats. Like, I want to go to a WNBA game, but they don't make it appealing. You know, and that's just what most people versus the NBA. I mean, there's always butts in the seats, even when there's terrible teams, you know, because of their marketing ability. So for the people who are complaining about the wage gap, instead of just saying we should give you equal pay, when you guys don't put fans in the seats, which has to be done, the WNBA ownership and the commissioner needs to come together and figure out, okay, how do we get the casual fan? How do we get Lucas Sports to come to a game on a Tuesday night after work? And one thing I've also noticed is a lot of the players, they get so defensive when NBA players try to help market the game. For instance, some people say lower the rim. And I've seen one person where Tracy McGrady was talking about it, and I forget her name at this moment, but she got upset and was like, oh, you know, I've been shooting at the rim a certain kind of way. Well, do you want people to come to the games or not? When you go to an NBA game, when you go see Zion Williamson or LeBron or one of these superior athletes, you want to see them dunk the ball. You know, nobody just want to see LeBron do a layup. And if they were able to get women to dunk the ball in the rim a lot more, that would also do it, because you want to see Brittany Renner dunk on somebody. I mean, so yeah, these are some of the things, and it's like, for all the people who are complaining about the pay, nobody wants to address the elephant in the room. I know I'm not tripping, and I do know that recently the NBA players can now invest in NBA teams, so hopefully that can happen. But y'all need to, WNBA commissioner, you need to figure out Who is y'all WNBA version of Michael Jordan? And market them. Market them to where we want to go see them. But that's just my quick take on it. What y'all think about it?